Is it a job on the line? Let's talk about it. Is it a job on the line? Jim Schwartz got some explaining to do. The Minnesota game, we got to put that behind us quick because look where we at. Look where we at, Eagles Nation. We're in a position to be the sole provider at first place. The Dallas Cowboys squandered that opportunity. We lost. They had the opportunity to laugh at 1 o'clock. By the time 8 o'clock came, they were the laughing stock of the NFL still. It doesn't take away the fact from our loss. We still have a very unique opportunity ahead of us. We have the opportunity to get Jason Garret fired. Now, how big of a screw you would that be to Dallas? All the stuff they talk about Carson Wentz, all the stuff they talk, wheelchair, Wentz, this, that, and the third, all this stuff, it is official. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you. And I am the best reporting on the Eagles. And guess what? It's officially Dallas Cowboys week. It's officially the week we all been waiting for. I think that if we win this game in Dallas, we win the division. I think the division is ours if we win this game. We get Jason Garret fired. Look at the disarray that team is in. Yesterday was Jerry Jones' birthday. Next week will be Jerry Jones cleaning house if we play our cards right in this game. Now listen, man. Dak Prescott is capable, very capable of exploiting our secondary. He's actually done it before. It's up to the coaches and it's up to Howie if he's going to make a move or not. But you gotta understand, guys are coming back. Jalen Mills could be back for this game. Avonte Maddox could be back for this game. You see what I'm saying? Those guys in the rotation helps take the pressure off having guys out there that don't belong out there all the time. Sidney Jones and Rasul Douglas on the field at the same time is a liability. It's a liability. That means you could get exposed on either side of the field. I don't know the health of the Dallas Cowboys, but this is going to be a long, long week. This is going to be a very long week. A very long week. By the time we get to the keys to victory, we're going to know everything we need to know on how we're going to beat these dudes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's a bittersweet week for us because I thought we were going to be able to beat the Minnesota Vikings, but we didn't. Kirk Cousins actually exposed the secondary. So you got to be a fool to not think that everybody is not going to come for blood. Everybody's coming for blood. You got to be a fool to think anything else. Kirk Cousins exposed the secondary. Look for Dak Prescott to do the same thing. Look for Dak Prescott to put us down if he can. But one thing that I did notice with the Dallas Cowboys was you're able to get pressure on them. Dak Prescott took a lot of hits. Those ribs might be a little sore this morning. Those ribs might be a little sore this morning. And we plan on finishing them off. The Jets tenderized the ribs for us. We plan on barbecuing them. We got to do our job. And Jim Schwartz's scheme can't be the same going into this week, especially with Amari Cooper on the field. Jim Schwartz's scheme has to change. Has to change. Rasul Douglas and Malcolm Jenkins, I believe they both played every defensive snap. Where the hell were they, though? They weren't being safeties. And what scheme do you have two really good safeties blitzing all the time? You that scared of the run that you decided to go zero and blitz every play and leave guys we know that aren't capable one-on-one deep? You got to protect the end zone. You got to protect the end zone. And that's not what we did. We didn't do a good job of protecting the end zone. I think this was probably one of Doug Peterson's worst called games. Doug Peterson usually responds well after a week of, you know, just looking like how he looked. I think that we're in really good shape, and I think that we're going to go. See, listen, man. We're on the road. We know we're on the road. We know nobody's going to love us. It's going to be a lot of Eagles fans in Dallas. I'm telling you, man. It's going to be a lot of Eagles fans in Dallas, just like it was a lot of Eagles fans in Minnesota. It's going to be a lot of Eagles fans in Dallas. So home field advantage really don't mean nothing to a team that's really actually loved. You know what I'm saying? We're not frauds. We're not going nowhere losing 3 straight. We're not going to lose. These guys are going to lose 4 straight, and we're going to get their coach fired. But we got to look within ourselves, and we got to answer some questions, man. Do we still go out there and play the same defensive scheme? Do we? It's unacceptable, man. I mean, this is like 3 years in a row now where everybody's saying our secondary is weak, and that's the way you could beat us. 3 years in a row. 3 years in a row. If dude's not cutting it, then I don't want to see him on the roster next year, man. I mean, 3 years in a row, man. And a lot of it got to do with Jim Schwartz, man. A lot of it got to do with Jim Schwartz, man. I can't really put it all on the players, man, because he's putting these dudes in these positions to fail. Carson Wentz had a pretty decent game. I expect Carson Wentz to have a even better game in Dallas. Carson Wentz plays when it's time to play. We all know that. But, you know, I prefer everybody doing their part so Carson Wentz don't have to do so much. Don't got to throw the ball 40-something times, you know what I mean? But it is what it is. The Dallas Cowboys are a wounded animal, and, you know, the media is going to be tearing the bone out them all week. It could be good for us, and it could be bad for us. They're a desperate team. This is a desperation win for the Dallas Cowboys. A desperation win for the Dallas Cowboys. If the Dallas Cowboys lose this game and the Giants win, then I think it's like, what, a three-way tie for second place. What I predicted all along, that the Giants will come in second, the Eagles will come in first, and the Dallas Cowboys will finish third. I predicted this from the very beginning. It's looking like it's shaping out the way that I would like it to shape out, the way that I knew it would shape out. Dallas Cowboys, those dudes are frauds. They're frauds. They frauds. Hot Dog Head made his video before their game came on looking sick. Looking sick. Mark Homer made his video before our game come on. Now he looking sick, sitting by the campfire again. We lose to Minnesota. There's no sitting by no campfire because the mission is right here for us on Sunday. The mission is here for us on Sunday. We're going to take these dudes out at home. We're going to take our division.